Hello everyone, it's your casual gamer Meep here, and welcome back to the channel. Continuing the top 5 build series, and seeing how that it's approaching Christmas, it only seems fitting that I do Freddy next. After all, it's near Christmas and he's the nightmare, hence the nightmare before Christmas. Anyways, these builds are designed to take advantage of Freddy's various add-ons that change his playstyle up. These builds will be based on fun, effectiveness, and overall lore. I hope you enjoy, everyone. With Freddy, the way he's designed perk-wise is to be at the height of his power at the endgame. It wouldn't be a top 5 builds list without including endgame Freddy. This build and concept of Freddy used to be a lot stronger on pre-rework Freddy, when he had powerful add-ons that enabled him to find survivors fast and effectively, and basically with this power he used to also have built-in Deerstalker on sleeping down survivors. The add-ons for this build include the Black Box, which blocks recently opened exit gates to sleeping survivors for up to 15 seconds. This acts as a mini Blood Warden effect and can come in clutch since 99 exit gates has become a meta thing to do. And as we are on the verge of chasing them out, as they open it, the ones that are asleep will be trapped inside with us. The second add-on for this build is the Pill Bottle. Awake survivors see Freddy less and less within 12 to 24 meters, and while carrying a survivor, Freddy is completely invisible to them. This is essentially to help Freddy get closer and closer to survivors by making it harder for them to tell the actual distance on how far away Freddy actually is from them. The perks for this build include Remember Me, Rancor, Blood Warden, and Hex No One Escapes Death. Remember Me increases the time it takes to open the exit gates by 4 seconds each time we hit the obsession, up to 16 seconds max. This means the 20 seconds it takes to open the exit gates normally is almost effectively doubled. The obsession, however, is unaffected by Remember Me, so that's why Rancor is included, as Rancor allows us to kill the obsession outright once all the exit gates are powered. With the mini Blood Warden effect from the Black Box add-on, combined with the actual perk Blood Warden, we can go from locking in the survivors who are asleep to the whole team for up to a minute by hooking a survivor once the exit gates are actually opened. No endgame build would actually be complete without Blood Warden because it can literally stop survivors on the verge of escaping when it's just within reach of them. Hex No One Escapes Death makes it to where once the exit gates are powered, then all the survivors will suffer from the exposed status effect, meaning we can insta-down them with a basic attack. This is what essentially will allow us to snowball in the endgame, and combined with the other perks it can be very effective on Freddy. Similar to other characters, Freddy has the ability to cause survivors to suffer greatly from missing skill checks throughout the trial, a never-ending nightmare for survivors really. The add-ons for this build include the Red Paintbrush and the Blue Dress add-on. The Red Paintbrush makes it to where all survivors start the trial in the dream world, and most importantly, failing skill checks will not wake them up. The Blue Dress increases the penalty of missing skill checks by 4% and reveals the person who missed the skill check for 4 seconds. The perks for this build include Oppression, Overcharge, Eruption, and Scourge Hook Pain Resonant. These perks aim to create skill checks and to interrupt skill checks while regressing generators altogether. Oppression activates whenever you cook a generator by causing 3 other random generators to start regressing. If, however, survivor is working on one of those 3 random generators, it triggers a difficult skill check for them. If they fail it, it'll penalize them with a loss of progress and will show us their aura thanks to the Blue Dress add-on. Similar to Oppression, Overcharge is applied by simply cooking a generator. The next time a survivor goes to interact with that particular generator, they'll be faced with a difficult skill check. If they fail it, the generator will lose 5% more progress to it, and will once again their aura will be revealed to us thanks to the Blue Dress add-on. Kicking all these generators will pair well with Eruption because each time we kick a generator, its aura is revealed to us in yellow, and when we put someone into the dying state, all affected generators will regress immediately by 6%, and any survivor who's working on one of the affected generators will scream and will be forced off for up to 16 seconds due to the incapacitated status effect. Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, although it won't create any skill checks for you, it will create 4 Scourge Hook that'll appear in white around the map. Whenever we go to hook a survivor on a Scourge Hook, the generator with the most amount of progress on it will explode and will instantly regress by 15% and cause all other survivors who are working on it to scream as well. This will be very useful to slow the game down, and because we can teleport to generators after they explode, we'll within seconds be able to apply pressure to multiple survivors at one time. Overall, this build is to make survivors suffer and punish them for missing skill checks, and overall allow Freddy generator control of the map, using subtle but more impactful perks overall combined. Build number 3 is what I like to call Gen Control Freddy. What gives Freddy an edge over a lot of other killers in this game is his ability to teleport to generators through his Dream Projection ability. Because of this, he's able to defend generators better than most other killers. The add-ons for this build include Nancy's Masterpiece, which allows Freddy to recover his Dream Projection 3% faster for each survivor in the dream world, and Nancy's Sketch, which does the same thing but 2% faster per sleeping survivor. The perks for this build are Thrilling Tremors, Pop Goes the Weasel, Discordance, and Deadlock. These perks are aimed at giving Freddy accurate generator information and the ability to slow the game down. Combined with his decreased teleportation cooldown, he'll be able to pressure generators and traverse the map with ease. Thrilling Tremors blocks all generators that are not being worked on for 16 seconds whenever we go to pick up a survivor. The generators that are highlighted in white are blocked, meaning the red ones are the ones we need to teleport to, as they are being worked on at that point in time. Pop Goes the Weasel activates for 45 seconds each time we hook a survivor. During those 45 seconds, the next generator we go to kick will regress instantly by 25%. Combined with Thrilling Tremors showing us which generators are being worked on and our ability to teleport to them, survivors will have a very difficult time repairing generators as we are able to regress them with ease. Discordance gives us a loud noise notification and highlights a generator in yellow every 4 seconds when 2 or more survivors are working on that particular generator. This information can be very useful, and with the dream projection, we can teleport to that particular generator to pressure multiple survivors at one time. The last perk being Deadlock activates each time a generator is completed. For the next 30 seconds, the generator with the most amount of progress is blocked by the entity. This is to slow survivors down if we're currently in the middle of chase, as those 30 seconds can mean the difference between another generator being completed and hooking survivor and teleporting to it with Pop Goes the Weasel active. Overall, this build is designed to have great map pressure and, as the name suggests, generator control. This next build is what I like to call I'm All Ears Freddy, and it's actually not inspired by the perk of the same name, but instead focuses on the effectiveness of Freddy's noise increasing add-ons. The outdoor rope increases the range at which we can hear sleeping survivors working on a generator, and the jump rope increases the grunts of pain of injured survivors who are asleep. The perks for this build include Strider, Hex Ruin, Hex Undying, and Surveillance. Strider increases the breathing of healthy survivors by 25%, and injured survivors by 50%. Combining this with the jump rope will make it very difficult for an injured survivor to get away from us, and will more or less give away their direction. Hex Ruin is to regress the generators at 200% the normal rate when survivors stop working on them before they're completed. And Hex Undying is basically used to extend the life of Hex Ruin. Surveillance, on the other hand, increases the range at which we can hear survivors working on generators, and with the outdoor rope, we'll be able to hear them much further away than we would normally. Additionally, Surveillance highlights generator auras in white when they start regressing, which pairs well with Hex Ruin's regression effect. It will also highlight a generator in yellow whenever a survivor touches it, for up to 16 seconds. This build is a bit gimmicky, but you'd be surprised at how far away you can hear survivors whenever you stack these effects of the perks and the add-ons combined. For build number 5, Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare. He is the man of your dreams, and that is the name of his lore-based build. The first perk is Remember Me, as Freddy lives on in the minds of the parents of Springwood for killing him. Remembering Freddy is what allows him to live in the first place as the Dream Demon, and enables him to haunt the children of Springwood. Remember Me increases the time it takes to open the exit gates by 4 seconds each time you hit the obsession, up to 16 seconds max. The children, on the other hand, who grow into teenagers, fearmonger over falling asleep as Freddy returns and enters their dreams one by one. Starting with Nancy Thompson and her classmates in the original Nightmare on Elm Street film, and Nancy Holbrook, Quentin Smith, and the other children of the preschool class who grew up in the 2010 reboot of the Nightmare on Elm Street film. Hex Haunted Grounds is the next perk, and it turns 2 dull totems into hex totems, each acting as a trap. For whenever a survivor goes to cleanse one of these trap totems, all survivors will suffer from the exposed status effect for up to 60 seconds. Freddy, through numerous kills, creates traps using hallucinations and the environment around him to ultimately kill his victims. In Dead by Daylight, totems can be found in the environment of each trial, and when survivors go to trigger the trap by cleansing the hex totem, they will be punished by being left vulnerable and at Freddy's mercy. Freddy, with his power to enter the dreams of his victims being a dead man turned demon, is able to switch between his intended targets at a whim's notice. So long as they're asleep, that is. Sometimes Freddy just wants to tease you, and sometimes it's to send a message, and other times it's to go in for the kill. Dead Man Switch activates for 45 seconds after hooking the obsession. During this time, if a survivor lets go of it before it's finished repairing, the entity will block that generator for the remaining duration of Dead Man Switch. The add-ons for this build include the class photo, a commemorative picture of the preschoolers of Badham. This allows Freddy to trick survivors when he teleports because all of the generators will spew blood out simultaneously without displaying the husk of Freddy coming out of it, thus to trick survivors. The other add-on is the Paint Thinner. This add-on changes our base kit from Dream Snares to Dream Palettes, and it reveals the aura of survivors whenever they go to interact with one of these Dream Palettes. This add-on plays into the idea of you thinking you're safe in the dream world, where the palettes represent a place of safety and defense in Dead by Daylight, only for it to be a trick created by Freddy to get you. And with his lore-based build complete, we've come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video and want to support the channel, consider leaving a like as it helps promote the video through YouTube to other potential viewers. If you're feeling generous, consider subscribing to the channel for more top 5 builds. And in the comment section down below, tell me what your favorite Freddy build was and what you'd like to use on him. I am Meekless3, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.